Okay, so let's look at the first three tables of the output. So the very first table is your descriptives, and so you're always going to come back to your descriptives when you are talking about your results, because this is where you're comparing the means. So remember, we're measuring happiness, and so the control group had a happiness value of 2.2. 15 minutes with your dog gave you a happiness value of average value of 3.20, and 30 minutes gave you a happiness value of 5. Okay, so that's just our descriptives. Our test of homogeneity of variance, the one that you want to pay attention to here is this very first one, which is based on the mean, and we want this to be greater than 0.05, because then it's telling us the way the scores are spread is equal amongst the groups, which allows us to compare the means. And then your very last table here, your ANOVA, is usually where we are looking for, is there a significant difference between the groups? And you look at your F column and you look at your SIG. So your F column, you usually have to report this F value, and that's why I say look here. But then your significance is where you are determining whether there's a significant difference between the groups. So this combined is telling us that when you look at the groups and you compare them across the groups, that happiness, there is a significant difference in happiness. But notice here again, it's not telling us where that difference is. I'll show you that on the next presentation. If you look at the linear, it is also significant, which means, because it's linear, right? So you had control where you had no dog therapy, and then you had 15 minutes, and then you had 30 minutes, and so there is a significant linear trend in happiness between the conditions. And we can look at the means and say that, right? Because we had 2, we had 3, and then we had 5, so there's a significant increase in happiness the longer time you spent with the dog. So that's the first 3 tables of your ANOVA.